It's the kind of neighborhood where people leave their garage doors open, where kids ride bikes until the streetlights come on, where you know your neighbors' names, their dogs' names, the sound of their lawnmowers on Saturday morning. The woman who came back wrong Sherri Papini case, Redding, California. November 2nd, 2016. Sherri Papini kissed her 2 young children goodbye, laced up her running shoes, and stepped outside for a jog. She was 34 years old, a stay-at-home mom, by all accounts, devoted, caring, deeply attached to her family. She never came home. But here's the detail that stopped everyone cold. When her husband Keith couldn't reach her that afternoon, he used the Find My iPhone feature to locate her phone. The GPS signal pinged, not at home, not lost somewhere down the road, but sitting perfectly still on the jogging path. Just the phone, and next to it, her earbuds, placed gently on the ground, as if she'd set them down. You don't set your earbuds down when you're being abducted, or do you? Because here's what I need you to hold on to. This case was about to become one of the most high-profile missing persons investigations in California history. Law enforcement, the FBI, the national media, all of them were looking in exactly the wrong direction, and Sherri Papini was counting on it. The investigation ignited fast. Within 24 hours, the Shasta County Sheriff's Office put out an alert. Within 48 hours, it had gone national. The story had everything the media needed. A young, blonde, photogenic mother vanished without a trace from a safe neighborhood in broad daylight. Her husband, Keith, went on television, voice-breaking, holding photographs of their children. Investigators initially focused on the earbuds. The careful placement suggested struggle. A grab, a scuffle, something knocked loose in a moment of chaos. They canvassed the neighborhood. They interviewed sex offenders in the area. They followed leads about a dark SUV spotted near the jogging path. The working theory hardened quickly. Abduction by strangers, possibly traffickers. The earbuds, the isolated path, the sudden vanishing. It all pointed to opportunistic predators who had been watching, waiting. For 22 days, the search consumed the region. Volunteers, helicopters, search dogs, Facebook groups with tens of thousands of members. A GoFundMe that raised over $50,000 for the family. The public leaned in. They were terrified. If Sherri Papini could be snatched off a jogging path in a neighborhood like that, what did that mean for any of them? Then, on Thanksgiving Day, 22 days after she disappeared, Sherri Papini was found. A motorist spotted her on Interstate 5, nearly 150 miles from her home. She was alive. She was bound with restraints. She had a chain around her neck. She was badly malnourished. Her hair had been cut off, and she had been branded on her right shoulder. She told investigators she had been held captive by 2 Hispanic women. She gave descriptions. She described the ordeal in detail. The nation exhaled. Then it wept for her. For 4 years, everyone believed her. Law enforcement spent enormous resources hunting for 2 Hispanic female kidnappers who did not exist. In 2020, investigators quietly obtained DNA from the brand on Sherri's shoulder. The technology had advanced. The results were unambiguous. The man's name was James Reyes. He lived in Costa Mesa, California, over 600 miles from Redding. When investigators knocked on his door, he didn't run. He talked. James Reyes told investigators that Sherri Papini had contacted him first, that she had arranged the entire thing, that she had come to stay with him voluntarily for 22 days, while her family, the FBI, and hundreds of volunteers searched desperately for her. The restraints, the brand, the cut hair, the false descriptions of her captors, all of it staged. In April 2022, Sherri Papini pleaded guilty to federal charges of mail fraud and making false statements to law enforcement. She admitted she fabricated the entire kidnapping. She had used the GoFundMe donations, money raised by people who loved and feared for her, to fund the deception. In September 2022, she was sentenced to 18 months in federal prison. James Reyes was granted immunity in exchange for his cooperation. Keith Papini filed for divorce. We spend a lot of time being afraid of the stranger in the dark SUV. We build our vigilance around the unknown predator, the random act of violence. the thing that comes from outside our carefully constructed lives. But sometimes the most elaborate fiction isn't constructed by a criminal. It's constructed by someone standing inside the house. Someone who knew exactly which details to leave behind. Someone who understood precisely what we needed to believe.